It's been a while. This is a very good video I shot with Vinesh, one of my really close friends. Like Vinesh and I are always on the same wavelength, like on memes, on reels, on news. So it's really fun like doing anything with him. And this lift was especially fun because we are all recently on like the science-based lifting era, like RTNF, Coach Mandi and all. So this especially was a really fun lift, and like we were just having fun and being goofy. But before we go into the lift, I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind recently, because last evening I had some friends over and किसी का birthday था, and we were just partying and having fun and shit. And then one of the guys was like going through like some shit, and उसमें बात करते करते like it was a birthday party, like we hosted for one of our friends and surprise किया था उसको. And this one guy was just like really going through some stuff. He like had some beers, he got tipsy when none of like us were drinking. So we got to talking and he told me about all of it. I don't know how, somehow like just people open up to me and people keep talking to me about their problems, and I'm always listening and giving advice. But it's always like I've heard so many guys that have been through breakups and shit. So many people have to give the same like situations and they deal with it in the same way. And it's so annoying for me that do you all not realize that you guys actually have control over your own lives? If there's like a scenario which, like, no hate to that guy, I love that guy, he's a really good guy, but if there is a scenario where you are sacrificing yourself or your own mental health or own physical health, or like just are not living up to what you want to live so that you can have a relationship with this one person, so that you can be happy with that person, trust me when I say this, that person will not be happy, you will not be happy, the relationship will end up bad. This is your life. You need to focus on yourself, you need to do what's best for you. The advice of, oh, don't do what's best for yourself, just do what's best for society, do what's best for your friends, do what's best for other people, don't focus on yourself in this world. It's such bullshit, bro. Do you all not realize, like, the more we focus on prioritizing ourselves, the more fruitful we can be in our efforts to the society. It's so like easy to understand, like, how can you help someone else? How can you help someone else if you don't really properly focus on helping yourself first? People need to realize, like, if you're not where you want to be in life, if you have a goal that you want to be chasing but you're not chasing as of yet, it is your life. You have control over this shit, bro. Come on, get up and do that, whatever work you're missing out on. It's something like, I hate the people who don't realize that they have control over their own lives. So there was this one guy who wanted to do, I cannot give any information about him, but he wanted to do something, but he kept having limited beliefs about himself, and it was all like, it weren't real like scenarios. It was like, okay, but what if this happens? What if like my parents find out and then they deny it? What if my friends see my content on social media? What if I injure myself doing this? What if okay, but what if you succeed? What if it actually works? Or what if social media works? Or what if you try the sub 4 for marathon and you actually succeed? What if you succeed? Why don't you have that mindset? And I get that sometimes nahi hota, it's a very privileged stance for me to say that, like, you do have control over your own life, because obviously there's a lot of people who actually don't have control over their own lives. But if you are just saying ki, like, oh, mere paas control nahi hai, ki, like, there's some exterior factors that are affecting my life, and you're not acting on changing those scenarios, then it's a cope. But essentially what you need to realize is the mindset to change your life forever is having the mindset that you can change your life forever. It is in your hands. I don't know why people don't realize. I don't know why people like find comfort in alcohol. It's such a cope, it's such a escape. It's, well, this bad thing happened and I feel like I can't control it, so let me just drown my there's a bad thing happened and I feel like I can't control it, so let me just drown myself in alcohol, let me feel tipsy, let me feel drunk, so that I feel even more helpless, which justifies my feeling of being helpless. It's so stupid, bro. The crux of my argument was this: you need to realize that you do have control over your life, you do have control over your actions, especially if there's like a kid who wants to, like, if this can be you as well, if there's something you want to achieve, and instead of working on that, you're like scrolling on Instagram or playing video games or, like, I don't know, just wasting time. You need to realize that you are wasting your time and you have control over your actions, and you need to make the actions to fulfill your dreams. No one else will do it for you, no one else. Bro, I feel like whenever people come to me for advice, they want me to solve their problems, and what they don't realize is I cannot do it. I'm not responsible for it, but most importantly, I can't solve your problems. It is you who has to do it. It's your sentence, mein yaar, it is your problem. While talking about this, I also want to make it clear that the premise of having control over all of your own problems doesn't mean that you will go around solving all of them, because there's just some problems that you don't need to solve, and you just need to, okay. There was this one advice my really good friend gave me back in 2023, and I've like kept it in my mind still, because I suffer from that a lot. I feel like every single problem that I face, I have to solve that problem. Sometimes you just don't need to solve like every single problem you have. It's just not worth your time. And what he told me, like I was going through something of my own as well. So I told him like, oh, this is so annoying. What do I do about this? I was like, that's it, bro. You don't do anything. You just stop being a bitch and move on. And I was like, damn, he's right. I don't need to solve every single problem I face. Sometimes I just need to stop being a stupid idiot and move on. Like there's more to life than just a stupid problem that you're facing. Looking back, that problem was so stupid, man. There was such a chotu problem and such a big life that I lived after that, and I will live after this, hopefully. Touch wood. This life is insane. This universe is insane. Don't drown yourself in alcohol, or don't get lost over a stupid tiny problem, because as you go on with life, you'll get. So this was a founder of like a company. I met her. She told me about this. You need to make best friends with your mistakes and your problems, because they'll keep coming back in your life. This was so crazy. You need to make best friends with your problems and your mistakes, because they will keep coming back in your life. They're like a recurring mehman, so might as well make friends with them. Whatever you're going through right now, believe in yourself that you have the control to fix this, and if it's just not worth fixing, stop being a stupid idiot and move on, because there's going to be much bigger problems for you to solve in life. There's going to be much more things to overcome. There's going to be so much, there's so much more to life, man. The life is crazy. There's a lot to life, man. I'm about to have another good chess session, and I hope you enjoy this Vinesh Katwala video. I did not expect to turn into a motivational speaker in this video, but it's been in my mind, like, how don't people realize that they can actually solve their own problems, and if there's something bothering you, go and learn how to solve it. There's so much on social media. There's almost never a circumstance where you are the only person facing a unique problem in your life. There's always going to be someone else who faced that same problem, and always someone else who overcame that problem. So go online, search how to solve the problem. Like, what is the problem you're facing? Go online, research, discover, and find solutions to it. There's always going to be some way to solve the problem. And again, if it's not worth solving, stop being stupid and move on. But yeah, enjoy that video. Bye bye.